Alright, what's going on, family? You know what I'm saying? For TIs that's able to watch this video and able to, stay focused, just be thankful that you even able to, watch these videos. You know what I'm saying? Just be thankful of your situation, because people's situation could be a whole lot worse. You know what I'm saying? The only thing now is just your mind at this point. How much you can endure, how much can you take, and you just always remembering what really matters. You know what I'm saying? What's the value, what matters in this world. You know what I'm saying? Truthfully, only God matters, right? You know what I'm saying? When you come to this world, you came to this world with what God gave you, you know what I'm saying, soul, and you'll leave and you'll face God, you know what I'm saying, with that soul. And depending on where that soul is going, where God is going to judge that soul, you know what I'm saying? So you living in this temporary meat suit, you know what I'm saying, for the accomplishments and things like that. Those are all a time period of repentance, a time period of acknowledging that you're a sinner, and turning to God. This game stalking program will help you to realize that. You know what I'm saying? If you are a wise person, if you are at a point, you're a non-threatening person. You know what I'm saying? You're not a violent person. You get what I'm saying? You're not easily persuaded type person. You're not just a following type person, because how everything's set up, the mechanism, the construction that they set this program up for, if you're a follower, if you're violent, you're going to crash out. You're going to try to prove to strangers, you're going to try to prove to people that you're not weak. You're going to try to prove to people that you're not what they're trying to indirectly project you to be. You know what I'm saying? This is the world that targets have to live in, have to adjust in. And how I cope with it is through the Bible. How I cope with it, is acknowledging that God is in control of everything. And when things just seem unbearable, when things just seem like intolerable, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's so much coming at you. You know what I mean? When you just keep in your mind and think like God is there. God is going to help you provide for you, get you out of there, you'll be able to tolerate it. You can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Then you'll know through the narrow slit that boom, you'll be able to slip out. You'll be good. You know what I'm saying? If you just don't fold under pressure. That's the thing. It's like this program continually wants to put you in this pressure. You know what I'm saying? And every day is going to test your character. It's going to test your patience. It's really going to test, like, how much do you cherish your freedom? How much do you know what I'm saying? Can you really go through this every day? You know what I mean? You know that in the program, a lot of the people that you encounter is like non-genuine people. It's an artificial setting going on. It's like a script going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like people just throwing out a whole bunch of bait, just trying to reel you in. And you know what I mean? The way you can identify it, that helps me, is by me reading the Bible. I can understand the characteristics of people. Well, we have common sense. You know what I'm saying? Common sense of things that common people should know, what's good and what's bad. Like, everybody should have a certain type of common sense of what's good and what's bad. But even with just common sense, you can still get manipulated. You can still get tricked. You can still get fooled. You get what I'm saying? not common sense ain't common, and the most common ground that people should get, well, for my understanding, is that Bible. You know what I mean? It shows the characteristics of people, what's in their heart. You know what I'm saying? And the characteristics of people with their actions. You get what I mean? So if somebody's trying to show love to you, or like, okay, like earlier, somebody pulled up in this, this red car, some black people, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm just, minding my business in my own world, in my own zone. And I didn't know what dude was talking about. First, I thought he was saying, do you work by the Domino's? I'm like, nah, but I used to work at a Wendy's though. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, you know how to play dominoes. I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to play dominoes. Oh man, we should play some dominoes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Man, we be cooking soul food, all type of black people things. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I'm not in that I'm not in that space. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in that space. Like, it just feels artificial. It doesn't feel like genuine. It was like it was like forced. Like, as soon as I come out, the synchronization, you know what I'm saying? It's this force mechanism. You know what I mean? Of the desperation of like trying to pull me in, reel me into, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good. Like, what? I don't know. Like, what makes? Because it's like the same setting of how I was at the motel. Like, it was a dude, named Detroit, black dude you see in my old videos when I was at the motel, and he would hit me with the same thing, like, yo, let's play some chess or some dominoes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, trying to get you down that beanstalk. When you have been awakened, when you see things for what it is, sometimes the road can be lonely. Sometimes the path can be lonely. You know what I mean? It seems that way. And that's the trick of it. You're not really alone. You have God. You know what I'm saying? And in the divine timing, God's people will resonate with you. You'll resonate with God's people. You'll resonate with high vibrational people. You don't have to step out of your comfort zone because people showing love. There's a difference between God's people, high vibrational people, and people showing love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you respect people for showing love. You know what I'm saying? You show love back to them. You get what I mean? But you still have to keep your distance. You know what I'm saying? You see their actions. You can peep the actions, not preconceived notion or being judgmental. You give people a chance, but you never go out of your comfort zone, your comfort bubble. You know what I mean? For people that you haven't identified as high vibrational people are God's people. You speak, you be respectful, but you don't step out of your bubble. No, you don't step out of your bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next time. You know what I mean? But it's like, you have to be patient. Don't rush the process. You get what I'm saying? Because people will use your loneliness against you. You know what I'm saying? Put you in that desperacy point. You know what I mean? Put you in a mindset, a low vibrational mindset. You know what I'm saying? Get you in a certain type of environment. You know what I mean? Where people using perverse speech, meaningless chatter. You know what I mean? Things that's not going to help build you. Things that's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I want entertainment, I can sit back and get the entertainment on my own, on my lonely. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm building bonds with people at this point, it should be building bonds of exposing darkness. It should be building bonds of being high vibrational, staying afloat in this world. You know what I'm saying? It should be building bonds on having a connection and relationship with God. Them the people that you want to be around. Them the people that you want to be that you want to bond with. People that's on high vibrational, level, that's have a connection with God, that knows how to be financially afloat. You don't want to bond with people that's conniving or are people that has this poverty type mindset. You get what I'm saying? That you know, they cool people, but it's just like they don't get it. They don't. It's not clicking for them. You know what I'm saying? You got to give people their space. You got to respect people. You can't be bitter and nasty, you know, to people or judgmental towards people. But it's just like you'll know the characteristics. You'll know what's in a person's heart. And you know what I'm saying? You reach a certain level. It's like you have to go through the loneliness phase until, you know what I mean, you start seeing people that's on that level. That's the type of people you want to bond with. You know what I'm saying? Because you've seen in this reality, like, you know, a lot of people, you know, collectively, group, are trying to, like, prove that you're, like, the weakest link. Like, you're not, you're, you know what I'm saying? They just want to prove that you're not a good person. You're not a stand-up type of guy. You know what I'm saying? You're not out here handling your business. You feel me? They want to prove that. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, you ain't got nothing to prove. You know what I mean? Just keep your relationship with God. Make sure you're not reacting. Make sure you're non-threatening out here. Especially when it's not just street level people that you're dealing with. You're dealing with intellect, different walks of life of people. You're dealing with opposing threats from parts of the government. Not saying the whole government, because that's the thing that a lot of TIs may say, like, oh, the whole government is after me. If the whole government was after you, you wouldn't be free. You wouldn't be in this situation. Like, you can't say the whole government is after you, because you see fire trucks, ambulance, police cars, you know what I'm saying, undercover cops, secret society emblems, Freemasonic emblems, or people just seem like they moving in some type of secrecy. Now you think the whole government is after you. The 3-letter agency boys, all of them are after you. It's a light and darkness to everything. You know, it's a shadow system to everything. You know, you might have people that think they doing the right thing in these government agencies, and then you have people in the shadows that know they ain't doing the right thing and know who they affiliated with, you know what I'm saying, and they know what they doing. And for those people that has that type of power and stuff like that, you know, they pump it in the media. They pump the influencers. They pump the people that know they can get attention from people, and that the people that can follow them, they want to pump it to them, you know what I'm saying, a certain type of narrative, to get you to feed into that narrative, to get you to listen to the whispers of things that's going to lead you towards darkness. You know what I'm saying? To prove to who? Prove to what? And after you prove that point, then what? What do you get out of that? What do you get after you prove that point? You know what I'm saying? Most people on the street level, what they get out of that is nothing but hard time. Either death, hard time, or just a poverty-stricken life. And if they do have some type of glamour, you know what I'm saying, it's for a short period of time. Because there's going to be people around them that's going to be a Judas that's going to betray them. If they are not plugged in, you know what I'm saying, with them peoples. You get what I mean? So you can't look at this targeting on no street level. If you still looking at this targeting on a street level, then oh man, it's gonna be a rude awakening for you later on. It's like so I don't understand, for the people that claim to be TIs and that survive this targeting for this long, you cannot possibly still be looking at this on a street level. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that just been revealed to me through this targeting. I've seen the spiritual mechanisms behind it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen so many different peoples from different walks of life that's not even supposed to act the same still have similar characteristics, and once they try to put on these characteristics, they even look funny trying to put it on. It's like you can tell, it's like, this is not even really them. They gotta put on a certain characteristic around me. Even people, like some people, it's so much not them, you don't see them no more. But some people, I guess they still want to be around you, or they want to work where they work, they want to live where they want to live. When you're around that circumference, they have to put on a certain type of character. You can see it. It's like, dang, it's like somebody trying to act like something they're not. You can just see it. You can read it. You can like this is not your essence. And certain people, you can see genuinely like, okay, this is their essence. They really just narcissistic, nasty type people. And some people, like, they have to just be nasty around you. Like, something activates around them, like, it's like they want you to be in a certain type of setting. They manufacture nasty people around you so it can influence you. That's the same thing they do with the media. When they want majority of the group of Americans to act a certain type of way, to be in a certain type of mindset, they pump certain things in the media. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they want like a certain neighborhood of people to be like violent and aggressive people, they pump things in the media. They get people to look up to these things in that neighborhood and look down. So it's like, if you're a non-threatening person, you know, you humble, you stay out the way, you're not getting in trouble, you're doing what you need to do, but you refuse to allow people to control your life, control you. You know what I'm saying? You refuse to befriend people that do indirects and, you know what I'm saying, say all type of, you know, nasty things, slick little nasty things, slick little things, slick little comments and words to try to belittle you, slick little comments and words, you know what I'm saying, to really try to destroy your character out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they already look at it like your character is destroyed. You know what I'm saying? They just mad that they're not able to mold you from the trauma. They're mad that the dark psychology that is supposed to be so effective is not working. And that's how you know there's a God. You get what I'm saying? These people must not believe in God. That's why it's not clicking for them that you're able to. How is this person, this homeless man who was homeless, goes on drugs, you know what I'm saying, is able to maneuver like this? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we get them back on drugs? Why can't we get them back in a criminal mind? Why can't we get him back in some type of activity, or you know what I'm saying? Why can't we get him around? Why doesn't he want to be around people that's low vibrational anymore? You know what I'm saying? Is it shame? Is it guilt? You know what I mean? What is it? Is it fear? You know what I mean? Is it because we exposed him that all of a sudden he just don't want to be around low vibrational people and stuff like that? So you got to understand the minds of these people. You know what I mean? It's just that you've been awakened to the truth. And yeah, you know, you're going to have a certain conviction. You know what I mean? You're going to have like, okay, like, dang, you know what I mean? The drugs, certain lifestyles that you like, dang, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, now it's time to level up. And it's like they didn't expect for you to retaliate, you know what I'm saying, the way that you did. Instead of retaliate out of anger, vengeance, and wanting to prove something, what they expect from low vibrational people, since they already classified you as a low vibrational negative a person. You know what I'm saying? They didn't expect for you to go the high vibrational route, to attack this thing in a non-threatening way, in a more logical way. You know what I'm saying? In a way where it's not like you're not going to manipulate my feelings off of your bashing and projections of, having so many people of so many different walks of life throw criticism at me. You know what I'm saying? Throw ways of why y'all deem that I'm not fit for society. You know what I'm saying? Why I don't fit your role as a Christian, or I don't fit your role as a productive citizen out here. I don't fit your role as a professional, law-abiding citizen. You know what I'm saying? So they want to classify you. All these projections, all these things that they put meaning to, with all the colors, with all the company names, with all the company vehicles that they classify some type of dark humor to and projected it to you. Now they want you to make the world make sense. Now they make the world make sense. No, it's people exposing, projecting their darkness onto you. They're projecting, they're dumping their luggage and baggage on you, and they want you to be Jesus Christ and liberate all of them from their darkness. And you, like, you're not God. I'm not God. You get what I'm saying? I'm just a person that simply believe. And it got to be more to the belief factor. There's got to be some action. Got to be some obedience to it. You know what I'm saying? Obedience is better than sacrifice. You get what I mean? I'll see, like, present my body as a living sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Doing the works, but not taking glory of my own works. You know what I'm saying? Because all the glory belongs to God. You know what I mean? Believing. You know what I'm saying? Becoming one with Jesus Christ through his flesh and his blood. You know what I mean? Because Jesus Christ came down to this planet to find the lost sheep of Israel. You know what I'm saying? It was one Samaritan woman. I think it was in, if I'm not mistaken, Matthew chapter 15. And she was a Gentile. And she was like, he was like, Jesus was like, basically, this food is for, the Israelites, not for the dogs. And she said, well, even the dogs would eat the crumbs from under the master's table. And Jesus was impressed and forgave their sins. You get what I'm saying? So the main goal, you know what I'm saying, is to get in that genealogy of Israel. But people get that misconstrued. So I know when I say that, people get misconstrued. They're like, oh, physical Israelites. No. Once Jesus Christ died on the cross and did all his sacrificial work before he died on the cross and was resurrected and ascended, when you become one body with Jesus Christ, it don't matter what race you are. Because you one body with Jesus Christ, you become what? Israelite. You become Israelite. You become Israel. It don't matter what your race is. It don't matter black. It don't matter white. It don't matter what Asian. It don't matter Mexican. It don't matter what your race is. Once you become one body with Jesus Christ, take his flesh and his blood, believe, you know what I'm saying? Believe that he died on the cross and resurrected, you participate in his sacrificial work, you become one body with him. You become the body of Christ, the Israelite, right? You know what I'm saying? You're not no animal. You're not no dog. The dogs will be outside of the kingdom. You get what I'm saying? All this, I don't want like people calling me dog. Yo, what up, dog? Yo, I understand that was the terminology, but now that I'm at a certain level, I don't even like people calling me dog. Yo, what up, doggy? I associate the dog now, that terminology, with gang stalking. You know what I'm saying? I look at the dogs are the Satan's workers. The dogs are the non-believers. The dogs are, you know what I'm saying? The predatory mindset people out here. You know what I mean? Those are the dogs. Don't try to label me as any type of animal, this indirect animalistic thing. I am a human being. And I don't want to be domesticated by people that's not trying to help me. I don't want to be domesticated by nobody. But the thing about it is, I'm trying to go to a heaven. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I know I'm not perfect. but I'm leveling up in this thing. I've separated from toxic people that all it seems that they're doing, like when you look at the big picture, is leading you towards darkness. Like, yeah, you can have good times with drinking. I guess people feel like you might be depressed or something because you don't hang out. You don't really go out, because it's like you got people, real live people out here playing with you out here, playing with your livelihood. Like, on certain items and foods that I get, they done up the price on it. The price done upped. They done up the price on certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, so I can find something else, but it's just like they will make your time so unfavorable. It's like, what is to do to hang out? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm at peace. I'm cool. Just to get my peace, that is so reviving to me. It feels really good. Because you know, when you step out here in this war zone. You get what I'm saying? All on your mind. There's a war zone all on your mind. People all playing with your top. You know what I'm saying? From all different walks of life. You get what I'm saying? Waiting for you to fall into the narrative. They feel like it's inevitable. Like, you got to get to the point where you got to prove a point. You got to. But when you got God, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You just got to learn to maneuver around these traps, these setups, these roadblocks. You know what I'm saying? And different strokes for different folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe this program is just used to keep me in that narrow path, to keep me grounded. Because now that I've acknowledged what things really is, what's really going on, it's going to be very difficult to fool me. The only way for people like to think that they're going to fool me is because I want to be fooled. It's because I just gave it up. You know what I'm saying? I want to be fooled, but I can't give up. It's just not in my essence. I didn't come this far to give up. So it's like you just got to let people talk. They talk. But the only thing, they be like, okay, well, we have the resources. We have things that you'll need. It's not like you're planting your own food. You have to come to our grocery stores. You have to get gas. You know what I'm saying? You have to come to our jobs to make any type of income. You get what I'm saying? You have to go to buy clothes. You have to come to us for anything. You can't do, it's not really independence. You get what I'm saying? It's not like I'm making my own clothes, making my own, I got to go to a certain establishment to buy these things in America, right? You get what I'm saying? So with that, they can play when they see your routine, when they see things that you get, when they know your schedule. That's why you got to kind of be spontaneous sometimes. But when you're in a controlled environment like this, like, they can make everything difficult for you. If there's a certain thing that you favor or like, and they know that you always get this item, if it's not in stock, either the price will be raised on that thing or it'll be somehow tampered with. You know what I'm saying? Everything. So it's like, when you deal with this type of mechanism, you don't really have patience for low vibrational people. You don't have no patience. Even people that try to play nice, try to play professional, they got professionalism. I give them that, but they still nasty people. You get what I'm saying? This is just where we at in life. So it's like, I don't be having time I'm not out here looking for nobody, looking for no friend. And I'm just being honest. I'm cool. But I know if the divine timing and I got the right people to bond with, oh yeah, like, we can genuinely bond. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can build. But they won't put those people around me. It's the same spirit, different body, same characteristics. That's how the discernment is easy. Discernment ain't even hard now for me. It's easy. It's easy. These people have the same characteristics. They're just putting on the same clothes, the same outfit, the same uniform. trying to fool me. It's like different bodies, same uniform. You part of the same team. The team that's trying to lead me to chaos and destruction. The team that wants me to go to hell. That doesn't want to see me succeed spiritually. Don't want to see me get the spiritual nourishment. You get what I'm saying? Or doesn't understand that factor of life. Doesn't understand that aspect. You get what I mean? Life ain't ha-has and he-he's. I had to learn that the hard way. Life ain't ha-has and he-he's, but it doesn't mean that I just give up. That's the main thing. That's where I'm at in life. It just doesn't mean that I just give up. I'm not at the mindset of just, giving up. Just because everything is the gravity has been pushed upon me, the pressure has been on me, just hard to just maneuver around. You can maneuver, you can do what you want, but things ain't as easy as it was before. Everybody has their antennas up. Everybody has their surveillance. They watching you. They play all these type of games. They do all these type of, all these type of things. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, I'm still maneuvering and things is like times 2, times 10 harder, but I'm still able to do it. And that's why I just don't really have the patience. You know what I'm saying? If it's high vibrational, God-fearing people, okay, cool, we could build all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't say these God-fearing people got to be super nice to me all the time, but I can authentically tell that these are God-fearing people. I'm not saying, oh, give me the Disney characters. Give me everybody singing like cartoon movies and, the movies, the Disney movies where people just start singing and stuff. I'm not saying Hakuna Matata, you know what I'm saying? Everything is going to be happy, carefree. I'm not saying bond with unrealistic people. I'm just saying, let me bond with God-fearing people, high vibrational people that's trying to help me build to be a better person, not people that's trying to lead me to my chaos and destruction, lead me in prison, lead me in jail, lead me in perversion. You know what I'm saying? Lead me in a self-sabotaging situation. They be like the program, like they be trying to, like, they want me to relapse so bad. It's crazy. Or because how I'm working and how I'm, able to just work these long hours, it's almost like they be trying to subliminally project to me like I somehow relapse, but they can't prove it. So it like pisses them off. So it's like they have to whisper these projection and lies to the community. You know what I'm saying? But they can't prove it. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, wow, these people want you out of here so bad. They want me out of here so bad. You know what I'm saying? The program already projected to me like everybody really, not everybody, but majority of the people that we manufacture to you, that we can bring your way, are people that lost respect for you. You know what I'm saying? They ready to play the game to get you out of here. They lost respect for you. And the only way they'll gain respect for you if you crash out. That's the only way they'll gain respect for you. You crash out. You just start just randomly just picking fights with people, or you go to the job and people try you randomly just like, you know what I'm saying? Aggressively, randomly. You know what I mean? You prove. It's like you gotta prove things to society. You gotta get yourself locked up. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like this Bible route, this reading the Bible, this trying to be a good person. The people, you can see it. They're not really respecting that. Not from me. Maybe from another person, but for me, they not really respecting they're not respecting that. This not a, so when people think that I'm making videos talking about God to put smiles on people's faces, they already showing me they not respecting that. But I'm doing this because the love that I have for God, and God helped me navigate through situations. So it's like a cry out. You know what I'm saying? Where's the other God's people at? Where are they at? You know what I'm saying? I put this message for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for the trauma bonding with the TIs, the victims that's going through this targeting thing. But then it's a division in that. Because a lot of people ain't going to resonate with my message, as you see. People ain't going to resonate. People, they don't want to hear all that spiritual. To them, it's just imaginary to them. It's imaginary. You can't scientifically prove it with the naked eye the way that they want you to prove it. So in their world, biology, science, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, if they five senses can't pick up on it, then it ain't real. So I can't resonate with that, because it's just so many supernatural experiences that I've been going through that you can't prove with just your five senses. And some type of force has been helping me navigate through this, you know what I'm saying? It's just not my own abilities and skills and science here that's helped me, you know what I'm saying? Because even through, you know what I mean, like God will make you have peace with your enemies, even the people that just can't stand you. They can still, like, God will still make them have peace with you. That's what the Bible says, and that's what I've been seeing. I know I have community of people, man. They don't respect me at all. They don't want, like, it's an insult just for me to be seen around these people. Like it's gotten that bad. Like, it's gotten that bad. And then you got strangers all on the cyberspace, all on the internet, throwing their subliminals and dropping their indirects. You don't even know these people. But they all playing their part. They all playing their part. It's all death by 1,000 cuts. These people really organized want you up out of here. They not caring about you done changed. They not caring about you reading the Bible. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They don't care about you out of relationship with God. Okay. You not getting with the program. You not getting with the program. That's not the program that we picked for your kind. You see? And that goes back into the animalistic nature. You get what I'm saying? Like, they don't look at you as a human being. You know, in the garden, the Garden of Eden, Adam had the dominion over the animals. Mankind is supposed to have dominion over the animals. He was able to name the animals, stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Pick the animals, you know what I mean? They operate off a certain programming. You get what I mean? So when these people call you dogs or animals and stuff, it's like they feel like they have dominion over you. You're giving them, when you label yourself as an animal, you're giving your human rights kind of away in a way. You get what I'm saying? You're allowing people to have dominion over you for the benefits, for the treats, the stuff that you can get on your own. And maybe it's not some stuff that's really meant for you. But, some people, they really like their resources. It looks fun. Like the cars, the trucks, the motorcycles, the music, the women going out to these clubs, going out to these restaurants, get to dress nice, get to have you a nice lady on your side, walk in there, y'all eat, y'all do all this stuff. But then it's just this darkness that's not projected, that's going on in the shadows. What's the things you got, you know what I mean? You had to go through to get that. When you get older, like, you don't feel no type of empathy, no type of way of how you treated people, how many people you led to their death, how many people you led to their suicide, how many people that could have been to heaven, been with God, but you were just so selfish and stuff that you led them in darkness, and that you've been living a life full of darkness just for these little resources, these little kibbles and bits. And now that I have acknowledgement that there is such shadow organized organization out there that's with that, that's a lot of people connected in this nation of America that's with that, and they want to trick me and lure me into that bait of playing that game. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to play that game. It's like a video game that you just really don't enjoy playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And everybody has this video game. You played it. You can't stand this video game. This video game, you can't stand this video game. But because of the influence, everybody plays the video game. The fake people, even though they can't stand the video game, just because everybody plays the video game, they gonna play the video game. And they gonna end up liking the video game. Because they don't have a mind of their own. But when you do, it's like, I don't want to play that game. I can't stand that game. I don't want to play that game. You know what I'm saying? I want to play my game. You know what I mean? The game of getting to heaven. You know what I mean? Of bonding with high vibrational, God-fearing people. I want to play that game. I don't want to play no game of this fake beefing with people on the internet. This fake beefing with people that's already programmed to lead me to my demise. You can't win. Even at the job, with the job harassment, you can't win. When they do you certain type of ways and you try to be slick and be like, all right, well, he ain't gave me no trays. I ain't gonna give him no trays. He doing me like that. I ain't gonna do him like that. Man, it's been times nobody gave me trays. And then when it came for me not to give them trays, it was so many people that gave that person trays. It was so many people that supported and reinforced them. It reminded me, like, why are you playing this game? It put me back in my place. I ain't gonna lie. It put me back in my place. Like, oh, shoot, yeah, it's just me. These people might not even rock with each other outside of work, but when they work, when it comes to this program, this targeting, they work in unison. They don't want that person to feel no type of way. If you do things what they do to you, and they might get a stench that you're trying to make them feel some type of way, they're going to heavily support that person. They're going to talk, they're going to pat that person on the back, they're going to give that person what they need. The mental assurance, the physical assurance, they're going to give that person what they need. They might let the person leave early from work. That's how it get. Just so the person can have the energy to keep going, keep doing what they're doing. And you don't get none of this. And they want to call you weak. They want to call you weak. They want to give projections you weak. How? When you still able to stand on your 10 without none of that type of assurance, without none of that type of support. And I think that's what intimidates, means some of the people in the shadows that's controlling these people. Like, dang, he doesn't need none of this support. We got to baby feed. We got to spoon feed these people every second, every moment. If they feel a little pain, we got to support them on that. He don't get none of that. Only from his God. You know what I'm saying? And that's what pisses people off. You get what I'm saying? This is the world we at today with it. People has got to a point where they are really good at pretending. The pretending is so good, they can't even tell the pretending from reality no more. You know what I mean? They don't even care about that. As long as they get the benefits, as long as they get the resources and things like that, it's all good with them. You can see this is what these people want. They just want the prosperity. They just want to be they just want to prosper in this life. They don't care how they get it. They just want to prosper in this life. And hopefully be able to go to heaven. You get what I'm saying? That's what they want. You know what I mean? They don't want to take that sacrifice through their obedience and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And try to actually get real live salvation, forgiveness of their sins, really have a real live relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? People just that prosperity. They just, they in it for the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you see money hungry people like that, people that just They only in it for the resources, like they ain't, you know what I mean? They ain't really trying to have no genuine bond, you know what I'm saying? And it might be some people that might want to have genuine bond, but they just not the right people for you. And that's the discernment. That's where the discernment kick in, because sometimes it may be some people I see like, dang, I can feel a little genuineness in this person, but we're not at the same path level here. You know what I'm saying? What God is doing in their life is different from what God is doing in my life, and we just need a little separation. You get what I'm saying? And it's no harsh feelings. You know what I mean? Because for you to feed other people, you have to be fed. You can't feed other people on an empty stomach. You know what I'm saying? You can't give what you ain't got. You have to be fed. You have to have the nutrients. You have to have the you know what I'm saying, the support. You get what I'm saying? These people expect for you to be Superman all the time when you step out here, because they see you have the ability to endure. They forget that you're human. They think you're a robot out here. They think you AI. They think I'm AI. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, this is where we at, man. And the thing about it is, you just want to get close to God. Find out what matters. When you leave this world, you leaving with, there's nothing, you can't take anything with you. Only people that's coming with you is the souls. If you going to heaven, the soul that's in heaven, them the souls that's going to be able to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? The people, you know what I mean, that believe in the Bible, you know what I mean, that accepted Jesus Christ in their heart, you know what I'm saying, that participated in eating the flesh and blood of Jesus Christ, one body with Jesus Christ. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So in that, my belief, you know what I mean, my opinion factor, them the only people that matter. Really? Because at the end of the day, the existence, once you leave here, them, God and them gonna be the only people that you gonna see. So it's just like for the believers, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, really getting that Bible, man. Don't fall for the prosperity. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for the glamorous life here on this earth. It's okay to live a comfortable life. You know what I'm saying? And just as long as you bonding and doing the will and stuff like that, then everything should just fall in place. Sometimes you got to be lonely. You know what I'm saying? You still, you know, people show love to you. You still show love to your neighbors. You treat your neighbors as you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? But if people ain't for you, people ain't for you. You never get out your bubble and put yourself in anybody's, don't put yourself in their arena. Don't throw yourself in their arena. Don't throw yourself in their arena. You don't have to be in their arena for what? You get what I'm saying? If it's a thing that's gonna lead you to the kingdom of heaven, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let's sit down and talk. Let's sit down at this round table and talk. No, I'm not finna look up at your throne to try to prove myself, to try to prove that I'm not weak. The proof is in the pudding. A walking testimony every day. So somebody's math ain't mathing. The logic ain't logicking. You know what I'm saying? What's the science? You know what I mean? So it's just like, man, people just need to get right with God, man. You'll get that discernment. People can't really fool you. People have really been playing games for so long, fooling people. They can look it. They can look it. You know what I mean? They know how to put it on, man. Like, I give them that. They know how to put it on. Like, people know how to put on the Jordans. People know how to put on the certain type of street mentality. They know how to put it on. They know how to put the charismatic. They know how to put some people know how to put the player. They know how to put it on. Act like a player, know how to talk, know how to, you know what I'm saying? Know how to verbalize, know how to, you know what I mean? Express themselves. You know what I'm saying? But it's low vibrational. And you can see like some people be trying a little too hard. Like, you know what I mean? They just learned the game. They just, you know what I mean? Somebody really gave them the game. They soaked it up and they really, you know what I'm saying? Trying to play catch up. Like they trying to, it's like you can see it's like they putting it on. Some people know how to put it on. But the thing, it's not about putting it on. It got to be in you. You know what I'm saying? So for the genuine people that is naturally just in you, you ain't got to put nothing. It's just natural. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You get what I'm saying? But it's like this program really showed you like, dang, everything is so fake. You get what I'm saying? Everything is so processed. Like, you don't even... it's like the bare minimum. Like your energy, you want to put an energy where you know it's going to be beneficial for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, still be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a work environment, like everybody like has to work together, but it's like you just have to have the discernment. You don't want to burn out your energy and all this unnecessary mental games they playing with to mess with my energy. It's like I have to block myself from that. Because I have to use my energy for things that I know is going to help me. That's going to help me grow. That's going to help me stay afloat. That's going to help keep a roof over my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm in a homeless shelter. You know what I mean? Especially when you have children out here. You have children out here. You know what I'm saying? These people want to separate you from that. You know what I mean? It gets that dark. You know what I mean? And it's like, the things like to prove that I'm not a weak person and get separated from my child, to prove something to a stranger and separate me from having a bond from my own flesh and blood. My own flesh and blood. Flesh and blood. That's the family factor. That's why Jesus gave his flesh and his blood. That's how you be part of the family. And believing them in your heart. You know what I'm saying? And confessing. You get what I'm saying? These are all parts of the process. Baptism. All these are all parts of the process. You get what I'm saying? All these, this is real deal spiritual activities to get right with God and get closer to heaven. You get what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to prove to these strangers. Because you see things for what it is. When you go, these people, like, who? We'll see. The only thing matters with God and God's people. Them are the people you gonna see at the end. The rest of these people, like, whoo. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? That's what I'm saying. If you like, man, you better get right with God. You don't want to be, especially this program, like, people that's part of this program, they should know. Like, you should know. Like, you really think you going, if you are part of this harassment, you really think you could just ask for forgiveness? You got people in Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. These people, they sound like they was doing all type of good works. Lord, weren't we casting out demons? These people was casting out demons, healing many people, doing so many great works in your name. They said in your name. And even though they was doing all these great works in Jesus' name, what happened? They still was apart from me. So I don't know what pastors what sermons are making people think it's so easy to get into that narrow gate. So if you participate in a program where you're preventing somebody, you're closing the door of heaven, you're preventing somebody from having genuine bonds with with God's people, you're forcefully trying to make this person go to jail, forcefully trying to make this person commit suicide, forcefully trying to put this person in a mental institution. If you believe in God, do you think you really gonna go to heaven? Think about that. Why don't you just get out of that, man? Let God be God. Get out of that. Is it for the resources? You can't take none of that stuff with you. Oh, you can enjoy this temporary life here. 70 years of this life to eternal life. I know it's something people can't prove, so you can't really comprehend what forever means. But forever sounds like a mighty long time compared to this temporary living here on earth. Some people say you gone here and gone tomorrow. Like the time flies. Like when you young, time don't seem like it fly. When I was young, like the time took forever. Like year, 2 years, that took forever. But when I start hitting my 20s, when I start hitting my mid-20s, time flies. Time flies. I'm 35 right now. Time flies. You know what I'm saying? And people rather just pick this temporary time to have their way. And that's on them. But for people who believe in God, like if you really think you get this time and then you get eternal lifetime, you out your mind. You know what I'm saying? So this is for people that believe in God, man. Like, man, you know, real God-loving people should connect. Real God-fearing people should connect. High vibrational people should connect. You know what I'm saying? Not people that loves to offend. If you have the spirit of offense, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in no place where people just always try to offend. Offense. Spirit of offense. Offend. You know what I'm saying? Some, oh shoot, if this offend you, I don't care. Then you ain't supposed to be here. I get certain discernment on certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it depends. But when it's a pattern recognition over and over, offense, projection of offense, offending a person over and over and over and over, that's not going to help nobody get to know heaven. You trying to break the person. You trying to get them to crash out. That's not no medicine for nobody. To continually offend, that's leading a person down. I ain't leading a person up. It's because of God that I'm not going down. You get what I'm saying? I refuse to give up. You know what I'm saying? And his grace and his mercy. Like, please. You know what I mean? Thank you, God. You know what I mean? You know? So, with that being said, family, I just wanted to, share that message, shed that light. You know what I'm saying? For people just need to understand, man. You don't want to be a part of them where it's a certain people that just gets a kick and a joy out of offending people over and over and over. It doesn't get old to you guys. Y'all not tired of it yet? Y'all not tired of it yet? That's how you know it's agenda behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's all to get, they want a certain response from you, an absolute response from you. To be in the system some type of way. To be in them bookings. You know what I mean? In a way where they can domesticate you, have dominion over you. Like how Adam had over the animals. Have dominion, lordship over you. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, the only way you can get to, like, you know how Jesus Christ said the only way you get to the Father is through Jesus Christ? They like, the only way you can get to Jesus Christ is through us. They done added to the scriptures. They done put their own, like, you got New Testament, they the New Testament. You get what I'm saying? They Revelation 2.0. They like, if you trying to get to Jesus Christ, get to the Father, you have to go through us. And how I discern that's not true. Look at the characteristics. Look at their heart. What's in their heart? You know what I'm saying? Is that the fruits of the Spirit? You know what I mean? This continual spirit of offense. Now, I like, okay, like the Bible says, like, if people don't repent, they're going to go to hell. And people preaching like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to save souls from going to hell. I want to get people that knowledge not to go to hell. And the word hell may offend people. That may be something different. This person is trying to save you from destruction. Now, if it's an offense, like, it's a warning from destruction. Somebody try to save, like, okay, there's a war. There's a war going on. There's somebody bombing. next town. They're warning you, like, if you go to that town, you're going to get caught in the radiation. And you're offended because they're warning you about the radiation of the next town. You know what I'm saying? That's not really an offense. Somebody may perceive that as offense, but that's somebody that love you. They don't want you to die. You get what I'm saying? But there's a difference in this offense of just picking at your masculinity. This offense of like just blackballing you from society. You know what I mean? Of they're making a sense of humor of your livelihood, of your life. You get what I'm saying? How's that saving a person? So it's like a difference. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference. Don't let these people fool you, man. Don't let these people fool you. Use your discernment. Read your Bible. Because it's coming to the time. It's a real division going on. And God's true people are really starting to divide from fake God's people. God's fake people. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no such thing as God's fake people, but people who act like they people of God. It's a division going on. You know what I'm saying? The enemy, I hear through the algorithm, which I believe is true. The enemy is tired of hiding. That's just what it is. The enemy tired of hiding. People, whoever work behind this network, they tired of hiding. They ready to come all the way out. You get what I'm saying? It's a division, separation going on. And people are so blinded. They're so in this delusion. They in a strong delusion. They don't even see it. They are literally, what they say, lost in the sauce. They lost. They don't see it. People can literally show them who they are and they'll still not see it. Still rock with them, still not see it. I'm not one of them people. I thank God for giving me a little bit of his wisdom, a little bit of the wisdom to allow me to navigate and see people for who they are and not fall into any type of social bubble that's going to lead me into trouble. I don't care who they know, how cool they are, how articulate they are, what resources they have. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the looks or none of that. You get what I'm saying? It's the characteristics, what's in your heart. And people spill it out. They may do it in little slick ways, but if you catch it, you catch it. You know what I'm saying? And if it's a pattern where they always throwing out offenses and stuff like that, then that's when you know you need to fall back. All right, listen to this. Listen to the street theater now. She pissed, like she don't even want to do what she have to do. She like, dang, why do I have to do this? Why do I have to? She is pissed. Yeah, man. Life is going to be life. Life is how you make it, man. In this matrix, you find out what's sacred, what's holy, what's important, and what matters. Majority of stuff you can't take with you. But for the people that you love, you make sure that you have a bond with people that's really trying to help you. They want to see you succeed. They want to see you go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? And your dependents. People that's dependent on you. You don't leave them. You don't leave them hanging because you're trying to prove something. You get what I'm saying? And of course, God that made all this possible. That when everything is gone, that's who you're going to see. That's who the judge going to be. You know what I'm saying? So, either you're going to get right with God, God's people, God's angels, or, you know what I'm saying? There's another place for people, and that place is reserved for Satan and his angels. So use your discernment, man. Don't let these people fool you, man. And this is for the Bible believers, because outside the Bible, it's a lot of confusion. Let me say it again. Outside of the Bible, it's a lot of confusion. It sounds real good. Oh, it sounds good. They give you exactly what your itching ears want to hear, but I ain't a part of that. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Everybody objecting to their opinion. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what resonates with your heart and your soul, that's just what resonates with your heart and your soul. You know what I mean? And that Bible to me is the pot of gold. And that's just what resonates with my heart and my soul. So under this pressure, just stick to the holy codes and don't fold. Peace.